Hi guys, so today we're going to be filming the 50 facts about us. So we're going to divide it into 20 facts about me, 20 facts about Anna, and 10 facts about, like, the two of us.
Like
Okay.
our friendship in general. Number one, I always crack my fingers, and like coming into 2018, I was like, okay, like my New Year's resolution is to stop cracking my fingers, which probably lasted like 5 minutes into the New Year's Eve.
Yeah, because like at one point you would crack your fingers so much that they would like, you couldn't move them.
Yeah, but like I love it. Like I just did it.
I've lived in 7 different countries, so I was born in France, but I moved to the Netherlands and the Bahamas, then to Tunisia, Egypt, Poland, and then the Netherlands now, which we are currently in.
But did you count the Netherlands twice as 2 different countries?
France, the Bahamas. No, sorry, France, the Netherlands, the Bahamas, Tunisia, Egypt, Poland.
Warsaw?
Oh yeah, okay, 6 countries. Sorry. Okay, well I moved technically 8 times because I went back to Paris.
Yeah,
I moved 8 times, but I've lived in 6 places.
I have 3 tattoos. One, like a side boob one, and then one on my hip, and now one on my ankle. And I got them first when I was like 16.
Yeah. I'm actually allergic to fruits and vegetables. Well, I'm
Please put the quotation marks up.
allergic. I'm allergic in the sense that I have kind of like a phobia of them. Like when I was small, I had really bad memories of eating them and then getting like acid down my throat. So now I just kind of associate fruits and veggies with pain. So I hate smelling them, I hate touching them, I hate looking at them, and I certainly do not eat any.
I'm incredibly indecisive, which has literally been a problem like all my life. Like I'm pretty sure I fucked up my own life, and
yeah, it's really bad. Like
it's super bad. Like I'm
for
trying to work on
anything.
it, but like it's really not currently happening either.
So on our first week of university, not even the first week, the first week even before orientation day, Claire, I want to go, I want to study out, I hate this uni, I want to study somewhere else, I don't even want to study this. She didn't even start class, she didn't even start like intro week, which is like freshman week, like.
No, it was in the middle of intro week actually.
No, it was before.
No, it was in the middle of intro week.
Okay, well it was before classes started, and you wanted to switch your major. And this happens like every day, like.
But like no one was surprised when I started freaking out, and like, yeah.
I mean, we knew it was just like 2-day phase, something like that, which happens pretty often. And it's like for big life decisions, it's not just like going to a restaurant, you know.
Yeah, it's like I fuck up my own life because I just always
like you stray away from decisions.
Yeah.
As much as you can. In the Bahamas, I lived in like a cute little compound, and my neighbor was Sean Connery, which is the actor of James Bond, like a while back, which was really cool. And he actually asked my older sisters to star in one of his movies, but she was too young, and my parents didn't want her to miss nursery school, so she wasn't able to star in a James Bond movie.
I love how like your parents didn't want your sister to miss nursery school, but like did we even go to school in 12th grade?
Legit.
Like did I even attend any of my high school courses? I always give second chances. I just like believe that like maybe the next time you won't fuck up.
Yeah, like that's kind of the difference between me and you. Like if you fuck with me once, you'll never like that's it for me, you know? Then with you, it's like you see hope in people, like you're very optimistic towards people, and you think that even though they've done something bad, that doesn't mean that they're a bad person, which is completely understandable. But like, yeah, you forgive pretty easily.
Yeah, I forgive like very easily.
And that's kind of like my fact, like I'm a very stubborn person, and like once I have like an idea in head, there's like it's just that, you know?
Yeah, like there's no convincing you otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, so annoying.
Yes, I'm very stubborn. And wait, I'll just make this a fact as well. Anna, what is my most used line?
Don't tell me what to do. Which
Exactly.
in a fight, when you're telling her to calm down, please, and she hits you with that, you're like, you know what, I'm out. Like, goodbye, bro.
And you're usually the first one that apologizes.
Yeah, because I know if I don't, Claire, you'll never will.
Yeah.
So then our friendship
That's
would
true.
just end. I'm super bad with languages. I'm literally the meme on Facebook that says you're bi lingual, like not bilingual, but like bilingual, because yeah, like if I learn one language, the other one just has to leave my head to like
and
make
even
space
your,
for it.
Your mother tongue.
Like even my mother tongue with like English, like it's just super bad.
Yeah,
So,
she basically doesn't even speak her
like
mother tongue.
I don't think I speak one language fully.
I'm a uni dropout for 2 days. I have dropped, for 2 days. So I dropped out 2 days ago. Like, I'm dropping out of university, but I'm gonna go to another university. Like, I'm not like Steve Jobs that dropped out of Harvard and never went back because he had a huge company and stuff like that. No? I am like Steve Jobs.
Well, do you want to invent like the pear, even though you don't eat fruits or vegetables? I always have the same bed. There's one specific frame from IKEA that I love. I'm like obsessed with. And in all of the places that I have to like sleep at, that's like kind of like my home, it's the same bed.
Yeah, and like you try to make your room look the same
as
every
like
time.
every time. I don't know. Like I'm just attached to everything.
But when I was young, I was actually nicknamed Mike Tyson because so my childhood best friend Camille, she would always want to hang out with me and stuff. This was like when we were like 3 or 4. And whenever she would say like, oh, hey, or like want to hug me, I'd like punch her in the face. Like, so, yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you?
I was a violent child.
So I'm obsessed with people putting their toilet seats down, but like the lid as well. Like I will smell it if someone like doesn't have it like closed. Because my mom always told me that if we leave it open, then all like the bad spirits or like something will like come out of the toilet and like everything. So I get like very, very annoyed when someone comes over and then like doesn't put their toilet seat down.
Or even like, you had that like air thing in your bathroom?
Yeah,
that
I would always put it on.
Change the air or something? Yeah, you'd always put that on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even thought about that until you like mentioned it. I didn't even know that existed, the air thing. So I'm actually from the south. Well, I'm from Paris, but my family is from the south of France, which is called the Basque country or the Pays Basque in French, and they speak a completely different language that's not similar to any language, and yeah, I don't speak it, and my dad doesn't either. I mean, he understands it, but like if we go to church there, they'll sing in Basque, and it's just people learn Latin, but yeah.
Like I know some people are like very annoyed if like their phone is like not on like 50% or something or whatever. Like
50%. I don't leave my house unless I have 100. Like 99 is not okay. Like 100.
Claire, I literally like go clubbing if I have 15% because I was like, okay, like if I use it wisely, it will last. And I know that freaks some people out. It doesn't freak me out though. Like
yeah. But aren't you scared that you will be like stranded somewhere and you will have no one to call, nothing?
I always believe in the good of people.
Okay, and so Anna has her like finger cracking tic, and I have my cheek eating tic, so I always go, which is really ugly.
Like if you look into her mouth, it's nasty.
Yeah, and so basically I bite off like the inner cheek. It's kind of disgusting, but it's a tic that I have when I'm really nervous, and it just, decompresses me.
It's so gross. And it's so painful.
It does actually get bleedy.
So painful. Of course it does. You're biting off a piece of your cheek.
Yeah, but like people bite off like the pieces of their nails.
So I actually lived in Japan for 10 days. And then I was like, nababa.
This is the example of her indecisiveness.
Yeah.
She had to move to Japan. She had to, it's not like it was her choice or whatever. She went, she was like, JK, peace out, guys.
But it wasn't because, like, I don't like Tokyo or anything. It was just because I was really attached to the place I lived before.
And it was in the middle of your IB.
And it was in in transitioning to my last year of high school, and I just couldn't deal with, like, the stress and, like, I think the sadness that comes with, like, moving in general.
Okay, people, they either think that I'm the sweetest person in the world, or they think that I'm the biggest bitch in the world. But there's not really any in-between. Except for you. You think I'm kind of in-between.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But, like, Nico, for example, thinks I'm the sweetest. But, like...
I'm sorry. I'm sure Nico sometimes thinks you're a huge bitch.
Okay, that's true. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, when somebody talks to me, they won't think, oh, she's kind of sweet, kind of bitchy, you know. But they'll either say like,
It's
I
like
hate
it's
her.
two extremes.
Yeah, exactly.
All of my family looks like exactly like me. Like you could like see me and then like spot my mom like 2 days after, like not even with me, and then know that's my mom.
Yeah.
Because we look really similar.
Like you, your two brothers, your dad a bit. Like your dad is the only one that doesn't look like.
The
Imagine
outlier.
this with a bit older, and then this in boy version, 14, 14 or 15? 15 now, and 10, 11. Okay, I knew them when they were 10 and 14.
Yeah.
So I take 4 pills a day, which is a bit much, but yeah, I'm not gonna explain what they are.
My boyfriend is like 10 years older than I am.
He's a cougar, but like I don't know how you say it.
Literally always laugh when someone asks me like, oh, so what does your boyfriend study? And I'm like, he works. And they're like, oh, so he's like a little bit older than you. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, so how much older? And I'm like, 10 years. And then everyone's face is like,
Yeah.
what? Why? Like, what on earth? But it's
Yeah.
okay. I don't feel it. I really don't. Like, we were talking about this last weekend. And I was like, you know, I'm like 18. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know. And you know, I'm like 28. I'm like, yeah, I know. But, like, we don't feel it at all.
Yeah, but like it's true that when you first told me about him, like you lied a bit about his age. You're like, oh yeah, he's a bit younger. You said because you met him when he was 25, no?
Yeah, and I told you he was 25.
No, you told me he was like 23 or something like that.
No.
Well, you didn't specify the age, but I asked you around what age, and I remember him being 23, but maybe that's my bad memory. But I think that you kind of like rounded down on the age.
I never thought it was weird. Like, I'm like totally honest. Just because my grandparents have 16 years age difference between them, and I never thought it was weird.
No, but like when you see them together, like it doesn't feel like they have 10 years difference. You know what I mean? But it's true that when you look at the facts on the paper, like it's kind of weird. No offense, but can you imagine like he was 10 years old when you were born, like you as a fetus and him as like a 10-year-old. Like he's Benny's age. Imagine Benny dating somebody who just got born.
Claire, he was like sexually active when I was 10. I was like 10 and I couldn't tell, like, you know, the sun from the moon.
No, when you were 8, he had left home.
Well,
well, okay, but like, you know, he was adult.
He was like,
he can vote.
Oh boy.
When I was young, I mean, ever since I was young, I was a competitive swimmer. I did swimming all year long for like what? Until I was 14. So I started around 3 because I lived in the Bahamas, so they pushed me in the water and expected me to swim already. And yeah, ever since I stopped when I was 14 and now I'm 17, so I just stopped 3 years ago, but I went like to a bunch of tournaments and competitions and all that, and I even swam in the Olympic pool in London. Wow. And on my swim team, there was in Egypt, there was a girl who got a bronze medal at the Olympics for the 50-meter butterfly.
In Rio, like last year.
Yeah, this year.
Last year.
Oh yeah, 2017.
My cleaning lady stole my dog. Like, I can't even put this in different words. Like, this is what happened.
Yeah. And we went to try and steal it back. It didn't work. I have kind of a phobia, not a phobia, but like I'm disgusted by nails.
Especially toenails.
Especially toenails, but like I really just don't like watching people cut their nails, or especially when people bite their fingers. Like I will tell them, stop doing that. Like for me it's just like I don't know, even just the sound. Imagine the sound of when somebody like bites into their nail and you hear it. I'm just like really.
I had like really bad teeth pre-braces. So I had braces for 2.5 years actually, and I went through like 3 mouth surgeries. Like, it was pretty brutal. And point is that I'm like incredibly grateful for my teeth, and that my parents were able to give me this gorgeous set of teeth. And so I got my braces off 3 years ago actually, and I wear my retainer every single night. Like, it's my pacifier. Like, I cannot go to sleep without it. Or if I do, I feel terrible. Like, I don't have a good night's sleep or anything. And even when I'm, like, totally smashed and I come home, like, I put my retainer in. And I'm like, okay, now I can go to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, like, one night you couldn't sleep. when you didn't have your retainer. I think it was in my room or something. Or like you
Yeah.
felt like you were like, it's weird. Like
Yeah, like I had to go back and stuff.
so I was actually evacuated twice from a country. There was the Egyptian Revolution in January of 2010 or 11, I can't remember. And so I was evacuated because there was a coup d'etat, because of the Arab Spring. And so I was evacuated to the Netherlands, and I did online school for 2 months. And then I went back, did school. A year and a half later, I was evacuated again because they were the other president that was put into power was overthrown again. And so yeah, I was evacuated again, but to Paris, and then I officially moved to Paris and then Warsaw. So I never went back after. And that was the second time I was evacuated. I was told that we had to leave the country a day before my first year of freshman year. So I was texting my friends like, oh yeah, what are you gonna wear tomorrow? Like, what phone case are you wearing? Because we had those Blackberries, you can choose all the different colors. And then my dad comes into my room and he's like, pack your bags, bitch. We're going. And so yeah.
I've been a vegetarian for like the past 8 years, and I'm also lactose intolerant, and like pretty heavily, so I don't like drink dairy milk. I'm very careful with my cheeses. There have been times where
Just Anna.
like, yeah, I don't really know how I actually like gain weight all the time.
I have an obsession with baths. That's it. Baths.
Baths.
I have not taken a shower in probably like 5 months. Maybe more. Yeah.
Our little dirty girl.
No, I took baths.
Sure. You soaking your own dirt. These are the random facts about us, like individually and together, which is sort of like the main focus of this YouTube channel, is like not our friendship, but mainly us as a couple rather than
as a friendship.
Just burped.
A couple. It's kind of weird. Are we a couple?
Yeah, we're a couple.
So the first one is pretty obvious. We lived together for a year. So as Anna explained, she moved to Japan, but then
like I moved back, and then her family adopted me.
Basically. So my older sister, she moved to Canada, so we had an extra room, and so she just lived there. And for a year, we went every morning to school together, except when we wouldn't go to school, because that was quite often. And yeah,
we didn't go to first period, which was also quite often. Actually, I don't think we went to school together that much in the morning.
No. No. And then, yeah, and so it was really cool.
Oh yeah, so we have this promise, it's called the Bear Promise, which I don't even know where that originated from.
Okay, I know. So, wait, this will get into the fact after, but basically, so the first time we met, you called me Claire Bear, so I called you Anna Bear, and our Snapchat names were Claire Bear and Anna Bear.
Because your Snapchat name originally was Claire Bear the Do.
Yeah. And so...
Oh, okay, now it makes sense.
I called you Anna Bear because I wasn't going to call you, like, Anna Banana or whatever. And
so, like everybody else in the world.
And so, yeah, we called each other the Bears, and so, yeah. And so we have this thing called the Bear Promise, which we promise each other not to tell anybody else this, and yeah. And
but it's like a bear promise, like meaning like you cannot break that shit.
Yeah, or else you're put in bear prison.
Yeah, where you eat only bear food, and you gotta hibernate all winter. Bro, that sounds nice.
You know, the thing is, you don't even have to shave. You're just hairy all the time and whatever.
Okay, Claire's obsession is telling stories about me to people. Like, I think, like, every time you make friends with someone that I don't know and then I meet them, they probably think, like, oh my god, like, I know your whole life. Like, this is just awkward.
You're the kind of person, like, there's no, like, normal stories to tell about you. Like, it's either, like, weird, crazy, psycho shit or nothing. Like, that's it, you know? Okay, and so basically we have this one date, which is January 9th, which we always, like, laugh about, because basically...
Wasn't that funny when it happened?
It was very scary, but, like,
so
internally
scary.
I was kind of laughing. So basically it was when Anna got really drunk, and it was quite funny. We'll explain it in another video if you guys want to know about it.
We met our boyfriends, like, the exact same time.
Yeah, because you met him in what? In July?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I met him in July as well. Me the 25th, you the 7th, but...
Yeah. Like, literally the same day. And the 25th is my parents' anniversary, and so is
Yeah, my parents are as well. Or it's the 26th. No, mine is the 26th. My parents is the 26th, her parents is the 25th.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we met our boyfriends at the same time. And we're still with both of them. So that's pretty cool.
Shout out.
That's cringe. Okay, we used to have an obsession with lemon sorbet. Like we had these Grikan ice cream.
Grikan.
Is it not Grikan?
Grichan.
Grichan.
No,
Is
we're
it
like
Polish?
shouting out. Yeah, it's like the biggest Polish family, and all of them are obese.
Or
Apparently.
what?
Obese.
What's obese? Obese.
Yes.
Ah, okay. I thought obese like OG, you know. Yeah, and so we would eat it every single night we would eat it after every single meal.
It was so good. Oh, so when we first met, Claire and I weren't supposed to be friends because like high school drama and like all that bullshit, and we'll get into that later. But
Yeah.
our love for each other was so strong, it overcame all the love we had for our other friends. R.I.P. to those people, by the way.
Gang gang.
Gang shit forever, though.
Like every time Anna leaves or one of us leaves, like we always find a way back into each other's lives.
Yeah, but like, meaning like geographically.
Yeah. Like I remember.
But that's also like a later video.
Yeah. So basically, we keep leaving each other, but we keep coming back physically, not like emotionally.
Not like emotionally. This is our first video.
So we hope you enjoyed it.
We hope you enjoyed it.
And let us know if you guys want us to make any more videos, like any tags or challenges, all of that.
Or hauls, or anything. And,
Makeup,
even though,
pinkies.
you know.
Today is not a great day, face day.
Putting on mascara might not need a tutorial. Yeah.
We're going to give a makeup review. It's going to be put eyeshadow, put 2 floors of mascara. Goodbye. Bye, guys.
Try to always be in somewhat good lighting.
Put the swipe right once on the Snapchat after you take a selfie, so it's like the smoothing one, you know.
Oh yeah,
That one's good.
that one's good.
Just put a fucking filter.
For life though. Okay, so comment, like, and
Subscribe.
subscribe.